What is going on, guys? It is Arrow, and welcome back. So today, like I said over Twitter and my last video, I'm going to be doing where I was, where I am, and where I would like to be in the future. So I'll probably end up doing this in possibly two videos, maybe even three. I was just gonna do a vlog, but I just decided I was gonna record my voice and put it over some gameplays. So yeah, let's get right into it. Pretty much where I used to be. As I said before in my last video, I'm not going to go too in-depth with it because there's so much I could talk to you guys about. I'll save that for later videos down the line. Probably some like not landmarks, but you know what I'm trying to say, like maybe 1K subscribers, stuff like that. So let's get right into it. Pretty much where I started my career was, as I said, I'm not going to go too far back, so probably Halo Reach, if you were going to start in my competitive career. Um, I started off Halo Reach just playing with some of my good friends from school, and there was the MLG playlist at that time, and I played that when my friends weren't playing or they were busy because they didn't really enjoy that kind of stuff. I was the only one out of the group that really actually liked to play the MLG playlist. I mean, we were competitive as friends. We would see who's the best out of them, out of all of us. But yeah, I started playing that, and then I sort of adopted the game types and maps and invited people to play custom games, and we'd make a team and pretty much team scrim. And those were the earliest excuse me, days of competitive. And then pretty much at the end of that time and beginning of Halo 4, when Halo was starting to die out, I would not really die out, but when MLG actually dropped Halo from the pro circuit, and so I was playing one day, and I came across, my old clan leader, which is pretty much the first organized clan I actually joined. I mean, I was in clans with my friends. It was pretty much, we were just dicking around. It wasn't anything serious. I mean, we would recruit some people, but it wouldn't turn anything really like organized or conformed, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I was playing one day, and I was playing free for all actually. I woke up probably 2 hours early before I went to school because I just really felt like playing that day, and I wanted to get some practice in before I went to school because I knew I was gonna get a lot of homework that night and not a project to finish. So I played a couple games of free for all, and the last game of free for all that I actually played, I met my soon-to-be clan leader. His name was Devoratrix 356W. Um, and we played, and after that game, he came on the mic and said, "Hey man, you were pretty much the only person that could keep up with me, and I was wondering if you wanted to join my clan." Dvoratrix, I'll just call him Devo. That's what I used to call him. He was in his early 20s. Um, so, can you stop walking, please, dog? Okay, thank you. um, so yeah, he said that, and then he talked about he used to play Halo 2 competitive, um, and used to compete at tournaments back in Halo 2. And to this day, I'm still not 100% sure. I was never 100% like, go lay down, please. Was never 100%, clarified, but he claimed that he actually played with Walshy. If you don't know who Walshy is, he is one of the best, if not the best Halo player back in the day, if not still a great Halo player to this day. But yeah, he claimed that he used to team with him, and that sparked my interest. So I was like, "Hey man, I'm really sorry. I got to go to school. When I get back home, would you mind if we talked about it, and I'll see if I'm willing to join your clan?" He's like, "Oh yeah, man, 100%." So yeah, zoom past that. I joined his clan. We started playing. I started meeting some of the other people. Some other people were Shadow Wolf 356W. Who else was there? Murphy Man. Yeah, and a couple that I can get into in later videos. But since Halo was dying, like, I talked to him about my interest of playing competitive Halo, and he was like, you know, man, I really don't know if that's even possible right now, and you know, I don't know like how everything's gonna turn out. So he was like occasionally we would hop on Black Ops 2. Might surprise you, but I actually hated Call of Duty back in the day. I was a pure Halo fanboy. I was one of those fanboys that loved Halo, hated COD. Yeah, so then I actually never had Black Ops 2. My brother had Black Ops 2, and like late at night when he was done playing with it, I would take it from him and play it. And you know, we would play Black Ops 2 at night. And he was like, "Hey man, I know you really want to go try to go pro in Halo, but you know, I think your best chance would actually be in Call of Duty. It's a growing community and all that good stuff." And I was like, you know what? I don't really know. I was really hard-headed and stubborn, and I really just wanted to play Halo because that's what I was really good at. I was starting to get even better. He was teaching me some things, you know, from back in the day that he learned from multiple people, and I was starting to improve a lot. I was starting to really get up there in skill, and it wasn't that hard of a skill transition for Call of Duty. I mean, I'm not trying to say that one is better or one is easier than the other, because they're not. They're both equally challenging in their own ways. But I think playing Halo really prepared me for Call of Duty in the way that, you know, strafing and all that, you know, stuff that you have to worry about in Halo, like all the jumping, that is not existent in Call of Duty. I mean, yeah, you have jump shotting, drop shotting, but you don't jump as high or anything even near that in Call of Duty. And then I had the problem of sprinting in like transition to Call of Duty. I'm not used to sprinting, not used to you know, shooting people while they're sprinting. That was a different concept for me. I mean, I started to grasp it in Halo, but I mean, Halo, you really had to time your shots, excuse me, and be precise. COD, I'm not saying that you have to spray and pray. You still have to be extremely accurate, especially to compete at a top tier level. But with Call of Duty, you could just sort of, you know, if you're up close, you just can like hip fire. In Halo, I mean, you can pummel people, but it's not always the most accurate form of killing them. But let's fast forward from that. I went on to Black Ops 2. I actually did not start competing yet. We pretty much, I was in the clan atmosphere still. I didn't transition to competitive yet. We started playing Domination a shit ton. And I mean, a lot. That was pretty much the thing. Whenever we had a full lobby, even if we just, you know, played, we'd play Demolition. I'm sorry. I did not mean to say Domination. Demolition. We found it very competitive. Not in the actual competitive way, but just in a fun way that we wanted to win every match. And I would act, I'll go into my names in an earlier video, or I'm sorry, not earlier video, in a later video. But back in the day, I used to, I sort of adopted the name from one of my favorite Halo players, excuse me, at the time, who's Ninja. My name was Ninja356W. And I sort of adopted that because whenever we would play Demolition, and it would be late at night, and I would be tired as hell, not even trying to really do anything, and I'm not even getting that much kills, and pretty much relying on my clan mates. I would just like, I literally would put on smokes, knives, tomahawks, the ballistic knives, and pretty much that was what I would do, and I would go planting and defusing bombs, and I would make some clutch ass plays. Like, I wish I had a recording device, because I really made some sick plays back in the day doing that kind of stuff. But alright, progressing from that, I was playing League Play, I actually remember, on Slums. I believe it was Hardpoint, and I met probably one of my best friends online. His name was Comatic at the time, and he actually lives, I didn't figure this out until a little bit after we met, but he actually lives like 15 minutes away from me. which I just cannot grasp the concept. You know, we only live 15 minutes away from each other, and we still actually haven't even met. We've seen each other a couple times, but I don't know what happened. We just never actually got to meet, which that doesn't really make any sense, but you know. But yeah, and then from there we actually started a competitive team, just me and him. We're both around the same age. He's a year ahead of me in school, but we're the same age. No, I did not fail school, nor did he. Just then you guys know. But after that, there was a player in my clan. His name was Winter, W-Y-N-T-E-R, and we recruited him to come play with us. And then also another player in my clan that I've known for quite a while now, probably almost 3 or 4 years now. His name at the time was Clinical, and he's like a brother to me now. He's older. I won't go too much into their lives, but I still speak to everyone to this day, including Devoratrix. I've sort of been in contact with Shadow, but getting back into that, we all formed a team, and we were sort of successful. The only problem was with Clinical. I'll call him by his name, Ricky. You know, he wasn't the best player, and we sort of struggled with that. And you know, we tried to teach him the best that we could, and we didn't want to kick him off the team because we were so close. We got so close playing together. We play almost every day. We didn't want to kick him, but we ended up having to drop him because we needed slaying power. I mean, me and Comatic were great slayers. And Winter was good, like when he needed to do his part. But Ricky, he could make key plays, but he just started playing COD like I want to say like 4 months before we recruited him. I mean, we sort of recruited him because we had nobody else to choose from, but at the same time we had faith in him that we could, you know, and we did. We increased his skill level a lot. We got him up there, but yeah, I think that's gonna be a stopping point for part 1, and then I'll get into part 2, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.
We lost that fight, but it's not over.
God, man. So bad. I hate this game. Honestly, God, like, I seriously strongly dislike this game. Like,